Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. The Braves, the Dodgers, the Mariners, and the Orioles are better than your favorite team. Let's talk some ball.
Let's talk some ball.
Welcome to the show. We're going to talk some ball.
Jim Rome.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented to you by SeatGeek. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. Behind the dish, we have producer BBD. Trevor Plouffe is out fishing, not with us today. Fishing, I think. I'm not positive where he is. He's fishing with his brother.
I think his direct quote was, "What, you want me to talk baseball to these normal people? I'm going to go fishing after my Cabo trip."
Wait, his family does a camping trip like every year around the All-Star break?
It's
later.
later.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of the things he never did.
No. It's his brother's birthday, I believe, and he agreed to a fishing trip or something.
Hope they catch some fish.
They won't.
Well, I hope they do.
I almost had one. Nice, dude.
Bro, I caught a big one, but I had to release it. It just looks so sad. Kind fisherman. So we're going to talk baseball without him. Presented by SeatGeek. As I said, if you use code TALKIN, you get $20 off your first purchase. They got the seats to the events you want to be at. A lot of baseball fans probably listening. Maybe some NASCAR fans. Yes. Maybe some fans of the fucking ballet. It's Billy Elliot. And you can get, what's that?
It's a good flick.
Yeah. You can get some seats at SeatGeek. $20 off with code TALKIN. Thanks, SeatGeek. Download the app, use the website, get your tickets. Jake, how are you?
James Davis, not Trevor.
Might be a Trevor listening.
All you good baseball fans. Oh, there's a lot of Trevors. We actually do really well in the Trevor demo. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Jim, excited to talk some Orioles. Some Mariners, Trevor's Mariners. Listen to this clip from Trevor Plouffe back on June 16th. The Mariners are dead. Whoa, boy. Since then.
It's me.
Oh, wow, that was the end of the quote.
That was him.
Since then, they've been playing a fun brand of baseball. They are in the wild
Don't step
card.
on my AL.
I'm not stepping on your AL. Just don't step on my NL.
That's my AL.
And I'm excited. The birds are hot in the street. It's a good time to be a Baltimore Orioles fan. I'm juiced up.
I'll taste other dudes.
Did you hear the latest news out of L.A.?
Trevor Plouffe didn't catch a fish.
No.
Oh.
That's not the latest. The Dodger Stadium concession workers are threatening to go on strike for the All-Star break.
Let's go. Leave them open.
A badass.
Just set up
They
a
wanted
tap.
to go on strike last year, but they were like, no, let's wait for the
this
All-Star
will be
break.
better. This will be better timing.
How much do you think they're scrambling?
Who?
The Dodgers or Dodger Stadium.
Someone is scrambling. Like one person is like scrambling.
You think this leads to like a blank room in the stadium with two folding chairs, no table situation?
No.
All right. Okay. Love a good negotiation. Hope they don't strike. Or I hope they get what they want.
Right.
I didn't read the article. I don't know what they're upset about. Maybe the food's bad.
Hope both sides are happy.
You want to tell me about the NL?
Sure.
Because I have the AL. Trev had the IL. He's out.
Yeah.
It's only one series. I watched a couple innings of that series. I watched some of the AL.
Good series.
I'm only talking about two teams in the AL.
Yeah.
No one else deserves any shine.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do the NL first, is what I'd say.
Yeesh.
Tell me all about it.
Jim, the National League is brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings doesn't come in a jar. DraftKings comes from who you are. And the action never ends at the DK Sportsbook, especially this summer. How about a risk-free bet of up to $1,000? That's right. Make your first bet up to $1,000, and if it doesn't win, you'll get another shot to cash in. You can throw down on all the major action for baseball, golf, Trev's MMA. Plus, they got the same game parlays, spreads, money lines, over-unders, and props.
Props.
Best of all, DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code JOHNBOY. Make your first deposit and get a risk-free bet up to $1,000, people. Risk-free. That's promo code JOHNBOY. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Details, man.
It's one of my least favorite things about the news.
Details.
Oh, my goodness. I was watching the Mets game, which was on Pix 11.
Yes.
And then the news came on afterwards.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
No, it's
Opened
crazy.
up with 3 child murders.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there like, what the hell is this? 3 different ones.
It's brutal.
I can't believe people watch the news.
It's tough. I can't. My cable box pops on one of the news channels to start, and when it's on, it's just like so bad.
Mix in a happy story.
No, that doesn't sell tickets, Jim. You've put a team together before.
Oh, me and Katie were like, we had to turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, this is horrible, but like, you don't need to fill my home with all the horrible news. I got my mom for that. She texts me every single death that comes across her screen.
Right.
Yeah, I think we have the same provider, Jake. News always first thing when you turn on the cable. It's like the only thing I wouldn't want to see.
It's bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I make it?
Can you give me the
sports
news on
channel?
the National League?
Yes. Welcome to our news show, Jim. Let's start out in Atlanta. The Braves sweep the Nationals, and that's obvious, sure, but holy Toledo, Jim, your Atlanta Braves are rolling. They are now 29-8 in the last 2 months of baseball, and they took care of the lowly Nationals. Charlie Morton, I keep trying to tell you about the Salt Man. He keeps doing it. And then young, thick Austin Riley with the homer in the second game and the walk-off in the last game. Your Braves got Robinson Cano, Jim, right before the Mets series. Game and a half back in the Mets. He's walking all over the standings part of the show. Shut up! Washington has lost 10 of 11. Soto has a 13-game hitting streak. He's hitting .409 during that span. But the team stinks. Dodgers, they sweep the Cubs. Dodgers are in a 7-game winner. And the Cubs' kind of fun run of winning a couple series comes to a screeching halt. Kershaw with a really good start, Jim. We talk about him a lot. We talk about Tony Gonsolin a lot because he kind of ignored Trevor Plouffe, and now he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. 11-0, a 1.62 on the season after his 7 innings, 2 earned runs. How about Rake Lamb with 2 homers in this series? Mookie Betts, I say Papi. Dodgers sweep the Cubs. Urias got hit around a little bit. Dodgers had a big comeback. P.J. Higgins hit a grand slam. It's like a kid's name. Padres.
We know a J.P. Higgins.
Yeah, that's like a man's name.
Okay.
Padres. They split with the Giants. The Padres won the first 2 games. Jim, can I tell you about some starting pitching performances?
Yeah.
Musgrove, 7 shut piece. Webb, 8 innings, 1 earned run. Snell, 6 innings, 1 earned, 11 punch pieces. What? Rodon with the complete game, 1 earned run. Darvish, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned. Wood, 7 shutout, 8 Ks. It's good to be a Florida Gator. None of those guys are, but how about the starting pitching? They end up splitting the series as the Giants take the second 2 games on the backs of Rodon and Wood. The Mets split 4 with the Florida Fish. Watch out. Atlanta's coming. They blew him out in game 1. Trevor Williams, friend of the pod. People forget that.
People forget it.
Okay. People forget that. Marlins, they win the last game in 10. The final 2 games went to extra innings. Mets were lucky to escape this with 2 wins. They could have easily lost 3 in this series. Bassett returns from the COVID IL. That's kind of big news. Joey Wendell doesn't really deserve to be shout out, but God, he cheers me up every time. Mets walked off the 3rd game on a throwing error, so some good baseball there. Miggy Rowe exits game 4 with neck tightness. Don't like that. Like him a lot.
I got neck tightness.
Okay. Cardinals, Phillies. Phillies win another series against a playoff team, or not a playoff team right now, as they take a lead on the Cardinals in the wild card standing. They shut out the Birds in the first 2 games. Jim, you're going to like this one. I keep telling you things you're going to like. Gibson, our guy Gibby, last time he saw the Cardinals, he gave up back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs. This time he shuts them out through 7 innings. Yeah, right?
The birds on the bats can die. Kyle Gibson quote.
The game the Phillies lose. Nick Nelson as an opener. Bad experience with that in his Yankees days. 2 innings pitch, 1 earned. It's not the reason they lost, but still, stop messing with Nick Nelson. Phillies, they take 2 out of 3 in the Lou. That's pretty nice. Pirates take 2 out of 3 from the Brew Crew. What's it all about? Milwaukee hasn't been a tough team in a little while. Pirates, they have a big 7th inning, including a go-ahead Ben Gamel homer in the second game. Yelly gets tossed. Tough check swing call. Was brutal. And then the Rats stretch out the final game, too. Insane. D-backs Rockies played 4. The Snakes got jobbed throughout. Somehow the Rockies snaked out 3 wins. Lucky. That's what happened in the NL.
Wow, lucky. Hey, was this the week of 4-game sets?
I think it was.
Why?
They probably prep
Why does
stuff
the
leading up to the
schedule have
All-Star game.
rhythm and patterns this year? I don't like it.
I think they thought they were going to have a pattern, and then they screwed it up with the delay.
Some of these maybe got
Lockout.
added on. We got more 4-game sets because the first 2 series got added on randomly, maybe.
Or they were lining up the approach to the All-Star game, so they had a 4-game set this weekend, and then
Because the All-Star game got pushed too. Whatever. You want to start Rockies-D-backs?
no.
All right. Well, let me tell you about the standings. In the National League, the Dodgers are now up 8 games. This was a close division at one point.
Yeah.
Now the Padres can get back in it. They're 8 games back. The Giants are 12.5 back at this point. Yikes. And the Dodgers still haven't fully gone into the best gear. First gear? Not a car guy.
Not a car guy.
Milwaukee.
5th gear, probably. That's when you're going fast, I think.
Not a car guy. Milwaukee. Some people are going to be so upset, but I'm not a car guy. Took a scooter to
Dodgers
train,
kind of have gone. We'll talk about it.
They still got more they can go, though.
Always.
The Brew Crew, they're still in first, Jake.
Yeah.
2.5 lead over Cardinals because the Cardinals lost 2 games to the Phillies, which brings us to the East, where the Phillies are now 7 games out. They're in 3rd place. The Braves are 1.5 games out on the Mets. 2 back in the loss column. Oh. I think the Braves actually have a better win-loss. No, that's Pythagorean.
That's Pythagorean's theorem.
Pythagorean's win-loss.
Because he was all about baseball, if you remember.
He liked everything. He kind of was just an activities guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's the wild card look like?
Your wild card standings?
Padres would be Padres and Braves would be in, and Phillies.
Phillies. Yeah, they got a game up on the Cardinals, 2 on the Giants. So, although they've been dead for a little bit now, that's the expanded wild card there.
How about them Phils? Good for them. Where do you want to start? You take me around.
Jim, let's go chrono, and this will be quick because it's more so building up to what's happening tonight. Braves-Mets. Braves are 1.5 games back of the New York Mets after being 10.5 back, and they are playing 3 starting tonight. That's exciting stuff. They sweep the Nats. Not much to say on the Nats except kind of the same thing. Juan Soto, really good. He's starting to go after a mass start for him. Team stinks, and the Braves are just winning, dude. Like you said, our debate about big debate. If the Dodgers have gone, the Braves have gone. They're 29-8 since the start of June.
They, in this 4-game set, or in this weekend, had the highest team batting average in the National League. They had a 10% walk rate. That's got to be the highest as well.
They only played 3, but
over the weekend.
Right.
Course of the weekend.
Right.
They had the best offense.
Yeah, they got to face the Nats. which I think helped. And they Fetty got whopped in the first game.
Oh.
What?
I had an itch in my throat.
He's sorry about his itchy throat. Yeah, Michael Harris, Deuce, youngest player in the league. He has a 4-hit game in that first one. He's a one-man wrecking crew. And then Young Thick. He does it in the second and third game. The Braves are here. Soroka rehabbing, got hit in the knee by a comebacker. It's like, come on.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was live BP, so it wasn't
Who
a real
did
rehab.
it?
We're trying to catch the guy.
That's a no-no.
Was it you?
Remember when Giancarlo Stanton was rehabbing from like a calf injury and a young pitcher had to pitch to him down in Tampa in like the rehab facility, and they said the kid was very nervous, and I think we talked to Stan about that. The kid was very nervous, and he just like hit him.
Yeah.
And like Stan felt bad. But then he got injured again and missed more time.
Tough spot to be in.
Don't hit a comebacker at Soroka. I mean, talk about bad luck.
But the Braves are here. Excited to watch. Going to watch tonight. No Yanks game. So I'll watch some Scherzer Fried tonight, Jim.
I got to binge watch Severance. So
Severance.
maybe I'll put it on my phone or something. If Cano's in the starting lineup, I am tuning in.
Right.
You got like officially added to the roster like
Yeah.
an hour ago.
It's just like they're just trolling and a little bit. Like, Mets, you're paying Cano's contract. They do kind of have a spot for him because I think it's Gosselin that they're replacing him with. Is that who they sent off?
They DFA'd him and sent down Mike Ford.
Oh, tough. But I like that twist the knife storyline because there are Mets fans that live in misery,
Right.
that are like preparing themselves for a Cano walk off, and then everyone says, you're paying for that, and then it's like,
believe
ha, 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 ha.
Can you believe what's going on here? We're paying him. He's hitting homers for the Braves, man.
Was he doing anything in AAA?
I think he was hitting in AAA.
What's Cano doing?
Got that dog in him, He wants to play.
Okay.
And now he's playing. I guess we'll keep it in the East. We might as well be eastbound, Jim.
He was hitting in AAA.
Right?
Update, yeah. 854 OPS.
Let's talk about your Phillies, if we can.
Sure. I wasn't able to make the episode last Friday. Little baby James was sick. He's doing better. But in my notes, I listened. You and Trev shared it. I mean, the Phillies starting pitching. Phillies pitching has been insane.
Bullpen.
Both sides. And Nelson had even been good as a long relief guy. When the Yankees started Nelson as an opener, he told them, I've never done this in my life. Like I think he said the last time was Little League. Like in high school, college, minors, never started. And they told him the night before. He had no idea how to prep, how to train, what to do. He was so thrown. And it's like a messed up move. So I hope the Phillies gave him more notice. They using him as the opener this time.
I think it was the short notice that was the thing. Because he had started a little bit in the minor leagues. But it was a very weird
Was that
situation.
someone else then?
Might have been someone else.
They did it to someone who said they had never started before. Who was it?
During the early opener times. Tough to say.
Maybe that was Holder way back when? Anyway.
Yeah.
Phillies.
Wheeler, Gibson. They shut him out the first two games. The Cardinals went through a little slumperoo there. I think there was some funky stat. They went 40 innings without an extra base hit RBI or something like that. Man, in the Phillies, we did a whole, Bryce Harper went down and it was I don't know, we'll see. Can they tread water? They're doing more than treading water. They're winning series. Schwarbo continues to be nuts, but like you highlighted, they're relief pitching. Phillies relief pitching. Last episode was the first time we've ever complimented Phillies relief pitching. And yeah, I mean, that changes the whole Phillies season outlook because they had the lineup. They had the starting pitching, and you're like, yeah, this team's kind of going to be streaky. That's not exactly what Gibby alluded to with us, but, when you put the formula together, sometimes the bats are going to go, sometimes the starting pitching's going to go. When they both line up, this team's going to be really hot. If they don't, it's a bad time. Their defense and bullpen stinks. If they're getting bullpen performances, which they are, this team's a real tough out. And
in the last 20 games, they've had 4 relievers record a save. Do you have it in front of you? If not, can you?
I think I have it in front of me.
Damn it.
Sorry. Research.
Is that guy's name Sir Anthony?
Sure is.
It's pronounced Sir Anthony?
Yeah.
Like he's knighted? That's like a real bullshit way to have your kid sound important.
He is important to this Phillies bullpen.
Like if I have another son, I can just name him Sir James. Spell it Serjames. Then I'd have James and Sir James.
Sucks for James.
Sucks for James. Maybe like the nickname Baby James sticks forever. I don't know if that's allowed. I don't know if if this guy's parents were British, he was in the UK,
right.
I don't think this is allowed. I don't think you're allowed to name your son Sir Anthony.
He's from Esperanza in the Dominican Republic.
His nickname on Baseball Reference is Sir Anthony.
Yeah. Also his name.
It's just his name.
A little bit of both. Evil Knievel, Sir Anthony Dominguez, your guy Andrew Bellotti, Brad Hand, your actual guy putting together another big season. We love that. Nick Nelson's been good lately. The Phillies are kind of a problem right now. And, dude, I'm so excited. Jim, in 1 week, we're going to be at the Home Run Derby.
Yep.
And then trade rumor season is going to be going nuts.
It already kind of is.
Kind of.
Rumors. Like Heyman started his bullshit tweets.
Once the All-Star game happens, that's kind of it.
Yeah, it's yes. Now it's trade season. Yeah.
So that's where I'm excited. The Phillies, a few weeks ago, we weren't sure where they were going to be at. They are in it now. And man, Dombrowski at the helm, like that's a team that's scary. Their chips are in. How are they going to push that even more? I don't know. And man, it's a horrific. It's what's been so appealing about the Phillies is they are a horrifying playoff team.
So they can hit, now they can pitch too.
Because if you get Nola Wheelered like the Cardinals did, you could not score any runs. And that's what happened in this series.
Then you got to find out how legit the bullpen is. I know they're having a phenomenal stretch. And I haven't watched him pitch, and I just found out the guy's name was Sir Anthony, so I am not an expert on this and shouldn't be taking anything. But Nola, Wheeler, Gibby, that could be a very nice rotation.
Is.
It's just like don't pitch Brad Hand in the playoffs.
Come on.
A bit of advice. That's a touch of advice from me, and that's all I'll say. I'm rooting for the Phillies. I think they're fun. I like their uniforms.
Brad Hand career postseason stats, 2.1 innings, 4 earned runs.
So I get backed up.
Houston and the Yankees.
Well, who do you face in the postseason?
Houston and the Yankees. If they face them in this postseason, then the Phillies went on a crazy run.
Hey, Brad Hand has been on a team, has gotten kicked off a team that was in a postseason run before. So crazier things have happened.
Okay. Crazier things have happened.
Who's next on your list of NL teams?
I'm just an East Coast guy, so we should probably finish up with Mets Fish. Texted Jolly Olive, Shea Station. I was like, Jolly. What's up, dude? And he was like, honestly, he's like, we were kind of lucky to get out of that series not losing 3 out of 4. McCann went back to the IL. Marte's day-to-day. Jeff is on the paternity list. Marlins have kind of been a problem for them in the past. And, let's be honest, it's kind of been building up for this. They're playing the Braves. They have 15 games left with the Braves to finish this season.
That stinks.
Starts with Scherzer and Fried tonight. Bassett comes back. That's big news for the Mets.
All the starters pitched well.
Yeah. No starters got touched up at all. Castano in the first game, but everyone else, Taijuan Walker, Alcantara, Carrasco, Garrett with similar stat lines. I don't know. John Birdie, Joey Wendell.
They just straight up say Alcantara on the Mets broadcast.
Yeah. That's what Jerry Blevins told us.
And then the other broadcasters straight up say Alcantara.
Yep.
I feel good that we weren't the only ones.
Oh no.
He's so nasty.
Yeah, he's I felt good. Shut up, Jake. Jim, on Friday, I talked about I think Alcantara has entered this rare air of starting pitcher like 2015 Harvey, DeGrom in recent years. When you're on such a high level of a starting pitcher, it's a race to one both ways. Like if you're the other team and you get one off Alcantara, you're like, we might win today. Like we kind of got him. And if you're the Marlins, you're kind of in a tough spot because you're just doing anything to scrape across one. Because if you get one, you think you're going to win. And that's exactly what happened in this game. I mean, him and Ty Walker, they both go 7 shutty. Fish end up winning it.
Good job by Ty Walker. Did you see McNeil tried to do an 0-2 bunted for a strikeout? It's a new thing.
It's the new thing. It's a new fad. When it works, it's good. When it doesn't, you're out. And if it works, yeah.
Depending on the situation.
Always. That's life.
Extra base hit's always better.
Absolutely.
So sometimes they're like, sure, take first. Get 2 strikes. I don't think that's a good. I would like to let's go back and be like, it's weird to be so small ball's not there, and now all of a sudden people are like, let's start bunting with 2 strikes. The numbers say it's good.
They leave the field open for you and you get it down. Otherwise, you're out.
You got to get it down.
Them's the rules. Fish, I kind of got. I shouldn't say I've got nothing for you. If they want to go, they've got to start going soon. They head into the All-Star break with Pittsburgh and Philly. They're 2 games below 500. They're 4 out of that second wild card spot. I know Trev likes to talk about them as the last potential team that can make the playoffs. Now scary they'd be with their pitching, but they got to show us more, especially with the rest of this NL East.
I don't like the Mets bullpen, man.
Not into it.
They're just so the opposite hand. Like Joely Rodriguez comes in, has to face a righty, it's base hit. Leads to a run. Drew Smith can face lefties. It's like they need to trade for a guy that can get both sides out somewhere.
Will bullpen help?
Everyone needs it. Maybe they trade for Brad Hand.
I don't think you'd like that, though.
No, I wouldn't like that for them.
So, we'll see.
Okay.
I think the Phillies want to keep Brad Hand.
You'd think that.
I guess I would think that.
You would think that.
Let's see, Timbuktu. Let's go to the Dodgers. They hosted the Cubs. We already talked about them a little bit. I mean, they sweep. They're winners of 7 straight. You could chop up their numbers that they've been in a good stretch. You could chop up their numbers that they've been in a good stretch for the whole season. The Cubbies had been a little pesky, had given them a little love. The biggest news out of Cubs land, Ian Happ is an all-star. And that's what's important.
That's always been the only thing that's important. Happy for him.
Happy for them. Rake Lamb. You liked when I said that.
Yep. I thought it was his real name, and then I realized you were doing it. Because Rake can be a first name.
You know a Rake?
Rake Yan.
Is that his real name?
Can't be.
Can't be. No way.
No, he's like a doctor. Be wild if that was his first name.
Frederick, 4 hits on the last day.
Lux is playing really well. I think Lux is like the top 20 OBP in baseball, and he's playing so many different positions. Good for him.
Yeah, he's starting to rack up some more. 376 on base, 304 batting average.
Did you guys talk about Thompson last episode?
Bad.
Trace Thompson?
Yes, we did.
Because his story is pretty cool.
You know who his brother is?
Tristan.
Nope.
Bobby.
Nope.
I'm out of guesses.
You're out.
Yeah.
Because I think you even put in the notes last time something about Clay. But
Oh, no, I didn't put that in there. I don't know that.
Yeah.
That's his brother?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, big couple weeks for them. Let's see, Stroman with 4 shot. There you go, Cubs. Trade him.
I mean, is Hap going to get traded? Does his life get completely twisted upside down right now?
Ooh, he goes all-star, traded.
Yeah.
They're pretty wild.
I mean, the Cubs will be trading. That's fun to know, right?
Yeah, so they again they had a couple winners in a row. They briefly jumped up to 3rd place in the NL Central. They're 2 games separated from the Reds.
Reds are hot.
Reds are hot, but it's over. And the Cubs are a plunder team.
You got to trade D-Rob before he blows another save. Blew 2 of his last 3. You gone.
I'm rooting for his value to drop. Is he going Phillies?
Yeah.
Yeah. David Robertson to the Phillies. Or the Mets. Aha!
Yeah.
You like David Robertson.
Phillies or the Mets. Yeah. That's locked.
Locked. First trade reported of the season. David Robertson to the Phillies or the Mets.
When it happens, we get credit.
Credit us.
That's how Heyman does it. Hearing reports.
Okay.
Braves, Phillies, Mets, Brewers, all teams
Yeah.
likely
And mystery
interested in talking about potentially trading for David Robertson.
Mookie Betts has 20
I'm John
homers.
Heyman, and that was a tweet.
Mookie Betts has 20 homers. Did you know that?
That's awesome. I'm happy for him. He's good.
He's still really good. Who do you have, Gonsolin or Kershaw starting the All-Star game? I know this is big for you.
Ooh, don't care.
Okay.
I hope Kershaw.
Right.
I can't do a whole.
People are trying to germ up a Kershaw-Verlander game.
Great. I just don't want to be talking about cats during the All-Star game. Like, I don't want to him to wear the cleats and then now I got to look and talk about cats during the All-Star game. So my vote's for Kershaw.
You think he could put a live kitten on his cleat and still pitch?
Sure he has.
You're not sure he has.
At home into the laundry bin or something like that.
Not sure he has. Padres-Giants, Jim. They split a 4-gamer. Again, a lot of really good starting pitching performances in this one.
Man, they should team up. You know?
I think so.
They should have. The Giants should have bowed out, let the Padres get all 4, and just say, let's just not let the Dodgers win this. You little Cal Naughton, Ricky Bobby. Someone's got to come in second place if you want to take down the other team. A little shake and bake. Giants should have canceled themselves this series and let the Padres go after it. Who are they helping? Splitting. Nobody. Just the Dodgers, actually.
Yeah.
They helped the Dodgers out. So, bad teamwork out of those 2 teams.
Work together better, guys.
Yeah.
Rodon, all-star snub. Oh, he's going to get in, though, because pitchers drop out. So it's okay.
It's okay.
He'll be there. He'll be there by the end. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Padres are trying to get to the All-Star break as the Dodgers sprint away from them and get some good Tatis news at some point. And then the Giants, man. I don't know what you do. I liked Was it Trev? Did Trev say last episode that the Giants, this year's Giants, were supposed to be last year's Giants?
They're kind of the same Giants.
But because of last year's Giants being good, this is like throwing us off.
Oh, yeah.
Like this is who they were supposed to be last year.
Yes, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I like that.
I mean, they lost some key pieces, and the defense is so bad. And
defense is so bad.
yeah, you saw that. The pitchers still lead in FIP.
Yeah.
But they're like the worst ERA. And it's all weak contact. A lot of it, according to, I don't care about the numbers. I don't know who it is. It was bad.
Sure.
Bunt on them.
Maybe they'll positively regress. Defense picks it up. I don't know. They've got Arizona and Milwaukee to finish up. What do my Padres finish up with? Colorado and Arizona. Okay. Don't lip into the break. Either of those teams. You can't afford it.
Who are they playing? Do you have that?
Colorado and Arizona. Yep. That's who San Diego's playing. In Colorado, though. So a little different. And then Arizona and Milwaukee for San Francisco.
So both get Arizona?
Both get Arizona. Did you hear Alfaro's interview?
No.
He said a bad word.
What did he say?
The F word.
Fudge?
Yeah.
Mackinac Island?
Let's fudge and go San Diego during his post-game interview after the walk-off.
Rude.
I mean, Jorge Alfaro, his look in the City Connect uniforms.
Doesn't he know sheltered children are listening?
I'd assume he would, right? Maybe he doesn't, though.
I don't think he did. I don't think he even considered it.
Is Joe Musgrove a free agent after the season? Because he is 15 starts, a 2.09 ERA.
I think he is, right?
I think so. Yeah. He might get paid. Heck, I think he will.
Huh. First reported.
Should I be his agent?
Yeah. Hearing reports Joe Musgrove fielding offers in the $200 million range.
And you're not worried about the Brewers?
That division was always going to come down to the last week of the season.
Okay.
So we're just biding time.
Just waiting.
Yeah. Waiting on the river to rise.
Is that a song?
Yes.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, the Brewers have been playing under 500 ball for over a month now. And it's just like,
They'll make a trade and it'll work out.
Good news in Brewers land. Let's go, baby. Are you rooting for the Pirates?
To do what?
I don't know. Just be a
Be a thorn?
yes. Like O'Neill Cruz, Vogelbach. That picture of Vogie and Rowdy Tellez.
Baseball. I mean, Vladdy
Baseball.
needs to get in that too. Actually, Vladdy's slimmed compared
Yeah,
to them
Vladdy's
now.
kind of out of that crew.
Astudillo
Schwarber, Astudillo could be in any picture.
and
Alejandro.
You got it.
Just hit him with the too short.
Yeah, the short guy. I mean, I forgot his name. Kirky. I love him. All-star.
Kirky.
I read like this whole, maybe it wasn't, I don't know maybe it was a broadcast that they were just like, fat catchers are back. And I was like, hell yeah.
Come on.
It wasn't me. It was good though. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was great. Good, man. That's what makes baseball fun.
Bly Madras got optioned back down to the minors. So.
Bly.
Yeah.
Sir Bly.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, yeah, I mean, Snakes rocks. The Rockies won 3 one-run games. They cheated.
That's gross.
They've got a whole, like, follow-up Astros scandal going on in Colorado. Can't say that. Allegedly. Keuchel went 7 innings. Do you like that?
Keuchel? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's great news.
Like Connor Joe go-ahead RBI singles?
I had to explain to my wife why Connor Joe is such a funny name.
2 first names.
Yeah, but it's like usually Joe's the end of a nickname, like Mocha Joe, Coffee Joe, like Roadwork Joe. There's been a lot of movie characters.
Right.
So it always usually sounds like adjective, like Skippy Joe. But this is just his name, Connor Joe. So you kind of say with that rhythm like a nickname, but it's not a nickname. It's just his name, Connor Joe.
Connor Joe. You kind of have to say the full name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Connor Joe.
Full name.
Let's go to the AL.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for ya.
The Orioles sweep the Angels in a 4-game set. Lyles, Wells, Creamer, and Voth get it done because their rotation is the best in baseball since June 6th. Adley Rutschman is a ball of energy and fun, hits his first home run in Camden. Angels losing like crazy in embarrassing fashion. The Mariners also on a heater. They sweep the Blue Jays in a 4-game set. Gonzalez, Kirby, Ray, and Gilbert get it done. Eugenio Suarez with a walk-off home run. Dylan Moore pops some homers. Carlos Santana with some big go-ahead homers. Mariners are in the wild card if it ended today. The Yankees and the Red Sox split a 4-game set. Yankees won the first 2. Red Sox won the last 2. Drop balls galore and some wild finishes. Fenway did its thing, provided a lot of offense. I don't know what the average runs was, but the least amount of runs scored by a team was 5 in a game. The Astros and the A's, they played 3 games, and the A's took game 2, Jake, which made it a rubber match game 3, and I was like, oh my God, are the Astros going to lose a series to the A's? No, and they didn't. They won game 3. Maldonado's been hitting really good ever since they called up the catcher, Corey Lee. So, a little bump and grind out of the 2 of them hanging out. Tigers and White Sox, they split a series. The White Sox are getting so untalkable that I don't want to talk about them. There's now like Nightingale's throwing out reports that the clubhouse is lost, and they're saying, well, Nightingale only got that from the owner and Tony to not put the blame on him. White Sox fans are just fucking pissed at Tony La Russa. They think the coaching's awful. Bummer of a time. The Rangers took 2 out of 3 from the Twins because no one in the Central wants to win. None of the winners in the Central want to win. The Royals took 2 out of 3 of the Guardians. Damn. Someone in the Central, grab the division, please. It's wide open. Take it. That's all. Tristan McKenzie, 6 shutout innings. I'm done. You can skip the music. Would you not have that ability? Nice. There you go. That's the AO.
Great stuff.
Got
a standings check.
Standings check. I do have a standings check, I think. I might have deleted the other tab that has. Oh, am I dumb? Oh, because what I do is I pop 2 tabs out, one from the last episode, standings, and then one from the current standings, and I just look at them side by side and tell you what's changed. Nothing's changed. Oh, God, don't be so stupid all the time, Jimmy. Don't be so stupid. Okay, the Yankees is the same. 14 games back are the Red Sox.
Yep.
The Rays, they were tied with the Red Sox for 14 games back. They're now 15.5. That's the IL talking. Toronto is now 16.5 back. And Baltimore is in last place, 2 games behind Toronto, 18.5 back. In the Central, Minnesota remains 4.5 up. Cleveland and the White Sox are kind of tied in the win column. And Houston, their 13-game lead goes down to 12 with Seattle winning 8 in a row.
Watch out.
I mean, there's not a lot going on in the division winners, so you got to go to the wild card for the drama that you're seeking. And basically, all the East teams are in, and Seattle is now in, and Cleveland is out, and Baltimore is on the doorstep. Baltimore is 1 game below 500. I thought they got to 500. They're 1 game below 500.
1 game below.
I gotta get out of that page.
Okay.
That page makes me feel different emotions than the ones I want to share.
Share it and let's talk about it.
Orioles have won 8 in a row, Jake. It is their longest single-season winning streak since 2005.
Eesh.
They had, I think, 3 walk-offs in this streak. They sweep the Angels. Like I said, their starting pitching in the last 22 games since June 16th has the lowest starter ERA in baseball at 2.50. And they're 5th in reliever ERA in that same stretch. I was reading up on what they're saying is the difference from this team and last year. And Wells, the pitcher, and Hyde, they both mentioned the vibe in the dugout, saying that the older guys, and Rougned Odor's there, and he is a vibe in the dugout guy, and they did credit him and some of the older guys that feel more like established now. So with this younger crew, they are now big brother, and like this is how it happens. And they're just saying that they're holding each other accountable. They're happy. They're having fun. They're cheering and loud. And that's like what they really credit to. I know the pitching's been great. They traded away some relievers. They've been building up relievers. And then what I really liked was looking at the fans in the stands because they were going through baseball emotions, which you don't see a lot. Like on their feet, clapping with every pitch, kind of living and dying. They weren't just like surprised by a nice win or then like shrugging off another loss. And they had bucket hat night, floppy hat night, and it was like a good visual. And I will once again tell you, Cedric Mullins is one of the most fun baseball players to watch.
Agree. Yeah, man, it's a great baseball city. It's why I was so rowdy against the Orioles lining up looking like they were going to have another awful season. And they've gone, man, and kudos to them. I know you said their bullpen's been 5th in that time frame. They're also 5th on the year. I mean, Jorge Lopez is going to the All-Star game, and he's been one of the best closers in baseball. They have 6 guys at the top of their lineup who are MLB good at bats. Mullins, Mancini, Santander, Mountcastle, Hayes, and Rushman. And then from that, when they're getting starting pitching performances, they have 4 or 5 guys they like at the back end of their bullpen. And man, energy is a real thing. Belief is a real thing. And they have it right now. So in what's the toughest division in baseball, like we would not bat an eye if the Orioles were the worst record in the AL right now. We wouldn't. We'd say the Yankees are having an all-time year. Sox, Rays, and Jays are all in the wild card. Here are the Orioles 2 games back of the Toronto Blue Jays. One of the AL favorites coming into this year. Incredible. Brandon Hyde, the manager, deserves a ton of love and respect. He went through a couple really bad Orioles years, a couple 100-loss seasons in between with the COVID year sandwiched in. They could have easily been on path for that again. I thought they were. And they are not. All the credit in the world to Baltimore. Good energy in the stadium. And yeah, I think on a different scale, I think their fans are kind of doing the 2017 Yankees thing a little bit. You got a little house money. They didn't think they were going to have anything to root for this year. Instead, they got a bunch of young guys they like. They're winning ball games. It's a great time to be in the stands and be more.
Complete opposite side of the coin for the Angels. My God, are they playing bad baseball?
Yeah.
Trout and Ohtani hitting homers, making nice catches, winning games. Everything else stinks. Well, they're playing winning game baseball, I guess.
Winning game baseball.
Dude, it's the same story as like it's always been. And Angels fans get upset when we say,
"Oh, I think they're broken."
Well, they've been getting so upset whenever we say, like, until you don't do this,
right,
we can't expect
they
anything else. you have to break it before I'm going to sit on a like this just in next year's PPP or TPP. But the Angels, I'm going to say, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be good until they're good. Like, you're going to have to, I'm going to have to be wrong until I change my. Dude, did you see that one inning? I texted you because I was watching it on Peacock as I was walking baby James around the park. Put the phone on the back of the stroller and just watch. Single, E5, double, pass ball, wild pitch, misplay, balk. Pass ball, wild play, misplay, balk in like 7 pitches. Then another single. It's like, oh my God, this is awful.
Worst record in baseball since May 16th, 11-32 after I think a 27-17 start. Rendon went down, the pitching lessened, and then it just felt like one wheel kept falling off after the other. And yeah, man, I mean, you know, going to the brawl now and the stretch they've been on, I mean, they are full-blown joke. Mike Trout, after the sweep from the Orioles, the 4-game sweep, tweeted out like the airplane emojis, back to Anaheim. It's like, dude, you might be brainwashed. Like, how are you having fun? Like, how are you having fun?
He just likes being up in the weather.
The weather, yeah. It's closer to it.
Yeah. It's the atmosphere.
I don't know. I don't know if, like, Nevin's going to last as, like, an interim manager, because what do you do there? I mean,
you can't. You just get. I would guess they just ride it out and then do the same. They drafted a lot of young pitchers last year. Maybe like some will pan out. I have no idea. Sucks to like listen to this stat.
Yeah.
Over the last 35 games, the Angels are 5-0 when Ohtani starts. 6-24 when he's not on the mound. So last 35 games, they've won 11 games. Roughly half of them are when Ohtani starts. You're a good pitcher. Boo.
Oh, Detmers even came up and gave him a good one. There's no winning energy.
No, they lose in every single way.
They come to the ballpark and they're expecting to lose.
Yeah.
And they are.
Boo.
And they are.
Adley hit his first homer in Camden. I don't know if you noticed this. They talked about it. They showed it a lot. If you watch like recaps, like he is an excited little kid.
Yeah. No, he's a big, like, chase the runner up the line, things like that. Young kid playing catcher.
Meets the pitcher, like, in fair ground every last out of the inning. Maybe not every, but he did a lot to Lyles. And it was just so cute. Not saying that in like a derogatory, like not trying to like baby it. It was just like, it was cute.
Yeah.
It's like very excited. They asked him about it, and he was like, oh, man, I'm just excited about it. Like, it's like, all right, go get it.
Remember soak it in moment?
Yeah, that was awesome. On to the Mariners, also on an 8-game winning streak. They beat the Blue Jays, which is different than beating the Angels in a 4-game sweep. All 4-game sweeps are impressive. All 4-game sweeps are impressive.
Blue Jays 1-9 their last 10.
Yes, but they're
in their own funk right
a lot
now.
of talent in their own funk. The Blue Jays, they've won 6 consecutive series within a season for the first time since 2016. They've won 15 of their past 18, dating back to June 20th.
The Mariners?
The Mariners. 6 consecutive series, first time since 2016. They've won 15 of their past 18, dating back to June 20th, which ties Dodgers with the most. They're also on their best 18-game stretch in a single season since 2003. Carlos Santana had a go-ahead 2-run home run 2 games in a row. And J.P. Crawford and a lot of people said that he was like a good presence in the clubhouse too. So he's getting a lot of credit. 10-1 since he came over. And then they're all galvanized over the Ty France snub. That was the whole thing. Everyone like... Ty France has a good quote. He said, I still have not really processed it, but it is what it is. There are a lot of really good players out there, and not to take anything away from any of them, but I definitely thought I played my way in. It is bullshit that Pujols gets the spot over him. I love the legends going to the All-Star game. I did not think they were going to take a deserving spot away from someone. I thought they were going to be added on. And then the other is Arise, who hasn't played a lot of first base. Ty France among first baseman that have played 50% of the games at first, leads in every slash line. I do think he'll get there because there's people that drop out. But it is kind of weird. Does Pujols really take his spot? That's kind of a bummer if it is.
I think Ty's going to get in. It is. But, I mean, the Mariners, they're secretly loving this. Like, this is their attitude. This is their mantra.
Why not?
No
one cares about us.
Yeah.
And Gilbert, too.
That
was a sign I saw.
11-2 since the brawl for the Mariners. Yeah, man. I mean, huge. It was kind of, as we go through those first couple months of baseball, we looked at teams. We've still looking at the White Sox saying, go. We looked at the Braves for a while and said, go. Looked at the Mariners for a while and said, go. And they've started to go. Man, the Carlos Santana ad, really well-respected guy. Might hear more about him later. J-Rod, full-blown star. Some home run derby rumors around him. We'll see.
Really?
But 8 straight, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Who are they going into the break with? They are going Nationals for 2. Huge.
That's huge.
And then 4 at the Texas Rangers before going into the All-Star break.
That'll be fun.
They're starting pitching, 5th in ERA now. And offensively, a lot of middle-of-the-pack stuff. 15th in OPS, 12th in on-base, 14th in homers, 14th in stolen bases. But I think those are all up from where they were. Seawald has turned it on. Munoz has turned it on. This is kind of the team we thought they were going to be. They just needed an 8-game winner, and here they are.
They just needed to face Anthony Banda.
Banda.
Cheese.
Toronto
traded for him from the Pirates and then used him as an opener. Didn't go well. Got 1 out. Gave up 2 runs. It'd be funny if the Blue Jays traded for him from the Pirates, just because everyone trades for pitchers from the Pirates and they get good. But they didn't give him any
try it out.
Didn't give any new instructions. Like, all right, cool. You're good now, right? You're off. We got you off the Pirates, man.
New uni.
Okay. Where else to go? I mean, those are the 2 major ones. The Red Sox and the Yankees, we did a whole episode on Talkin Yanks if you kind of want to really deep dive in there because we covered it from both sides. I don't think there's not Trev here, so there's no new opinions to be added. Lot of runs every game. A lot of defensive misplays, both sides of the ball. A lot of new players playing positions. Like Carpenter played left field for the first time. Arroyo's playing the outfield.
Franchi's at first,
yeah.
Yeah. No, the Fenway Monster was out. A lot of run scoring, home runs and plays. The Yankees starting pitchers, Cole, Nestor, and Tyone all get hit. Cole just by Devers, but they get hit. And then, I don't know. The Yankees were kind of in smash dominate mode. They were kind of toying with the Red Sox in that second game. Stole a bunch of bases. JBJ comes in to pitch at the end. And then Red Sox, they win that final game in extras.
No, third game in extras.
There's maybe a chance at a Yankees double play ball. Doesn't happen. And then, on Sunday Night Baseball, they come back again and score, I think, 9 unanswered. So, Red Sox had some of their depth pitchers going.
AAA pitchers that they hate and they don't like.
Minkowski, Siebold, Cutter Crawford.
I don't know. We talked about this for like an hour and a half last night. So
yeah, not everyone listens to both, so we should give it a little love here. But I don't know. I'll give it the same love we give a lot of other series. They end up splitting 4, which basically kissing your sister.
Ooh,
ideal.
The Astros and the Athletics. Astros took 2 out of 3. Corey Lee gets his first 3 hits, all in one game. I think it might have been game 3. And Maldonado started hitting since Corey Lee was called up. How about that?
Yeah.
A little pressure. Under pressure. Did you see the Maldonado mishaps for our dude Framber?
I did not.
Bases loaded, swinging bunt. Maldonado grabs it with his glove, turns to tag the runner. To me, it looks like he didn't think the ball was in his glove because he looks down at it to like check if it's in there, and then the runner just scores. It's a very odd sequence to watch. Okay. After that, pass ball, scores a run, which I thought looked like a cross-up, and then wild pitch scores another run. And that's how they won 3-2. Framber went 8, and those are the 3 runs. Bizarre.
Tough.
Yeah, really bizarre. The A's traded Christian Bethancourt, their catcher, to the Rays. And Altuve now has the most All-Star game appearances of any Astro.
Look at that.
Didn't all the Astros abstain last year from the All-Star game? And they're going this year? Is that correct?
Have to look it up. I don't know on the spot.
I thought last year they all didn't go. It's too fresh. So, other than that, Astros win.
Altuve and Correa skipped last year's All-Star game.
Altuve and Correa opted out. Brantley got hurt, and Ryan Presley went on the paternity list right before.
Faked it, baby. Urquidy 8 innings pitched. Valdez 8 innings pitched. Odorizzi 7 shut.
Urquidy's top 3 guys in the league. I just want to see what his body looks like under the uniform.
Oh, I can picture it really well.
I don't know. I think he could go a lot of different ways.
I think he's got one of those bellies that's...
I search Urquidy shirtless once a week.
I think he's got one of those bellies that's rounded, but firm.
He could be in awful shape or incredible shape.
I think it's a mixture.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the answer probably lies somewhere.
Baseball
in the middle,
uniforms are so deceiving.
I think it's a short torso.
Baseball uniforms are so deceiving because Jose Trevino looks kind of chubby in his baseball uniform. They showed his, and he came to the office. Look at the video when Boone told him he made it All-Star, and his legs are insane, and his shoulders, like he's just like a ball of muscle.
Thick.
And like Gary Sanchez used to look chubby, and then he'd post a picture of him on the beach. Same with Voit, and they were like ripped, like fucking, like so muscular and in shape. Baseball uniforms are deceiving.
Sure are.
So yeah, Urquidy, fucking show us your body.
That's all I want.
You don't want to see Framber?
I can picture it. I pretty much know what's under there.
Urquidy, it's a point of curiosity and needing to know.
Okay. Tigers and the White Sox split 4-game set. I don't know. Dylan Cease got snubbed.
Oh, so last episode, the White Sox.
Yeah.
So I know they just played the Tigers and they split at home, which, I mean, that sums it up. Coming out of the All-Star break, they play 6 of the easiest teams. So, like, they've kind of got hope throughout. It's like A's, bad team, bad team, bad team, bad team.
Yeah. I don't have hope for them, but I'm glad they have hope.
Yeah.
They just haven't been able to do anything.
Right.
Like, you would think maybe this Tiger series would get them some momentum.
No, they hate momentum. They remind me of the 21 Yankees in that way, who were around 500 at this point. But yeah, I think maybe out of the All-Star break, they get a little hot, gets them kind of where they need to be in the Central. Because like you're saying, I mean, the Twins haven't been stretching it out at all. The Guardians have gone back after being young and fun.
They're 20-21 against teams under 500. 21-22 against teams over 500. Losing ball.
Yeah, but that's kind of a la the Mariners. If they have one 11-2 stretch,
Yep.
they're in first place, you know?
It's true, but I mean, you and I, Trev said they were dead. We like the Mariners pitching. We're like, if any team could do it in
the
that
White
division.
Sox pitching.
I guess I do too. Giolito, Cease, Lynn. I don't know, man. It just feels like awful vibes.
Well, yeah.
But like last year's Yankees felt like awful vibes. They didn't really overcome it. They had one
They
stretch.
had one good stretch,
Yeah.
which I think it's kind of lining up that way for the White Sox.
Okay. Interested to see it. Tigers. Talk about them at all? No.
Not really, but I'll say this.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a tiger? I hope they continue to play slightly better baseball than they did to start the year. Javi Baez is starting to have fun hitting homers. Like, this is kind of off the reservation. Like, I'm back on the AL Central so bad train. I could see the Tigers getting involved. Like, genuinely.
I think the Twins are just going to at one point take it. I hope. I don't know if I hope. I just want someone to win consistently.
A little, I guess this is kind of fun. The Twins and White Sox play 4 heading into the All-Star break. It'd be funny if the White Sox could actually turn on for that series and we could go into the break like, oh, this division.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I just looked at the Tigers baseball reference page.
Yeah. Saddest page on the internet.
And the offensive numbers.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like bizarre.
Yeah.
Look at these OPS pluses. 56 means 44% worse than the average player. 72, 63, 77, 66, 71, 62. Shout out to Victor Reyes, 111. And Mickey Caps, 99. Holy smokes, man.
30th in runs, 30th in homers,
That
28th in stolen bases.
is awful. So they got to trade Fulmer. I was looking at their trade pieces. He's the only one that's like playing well. That's a rental. So he should be gone.
I think they had a quote that was, they're just going to try to retool this whole thing, but we'll see what happens. They've got a couple interesting bullpen pieces. Soto, Chafin. I honestly win
Yeah.
a couple games, Detroit.
Then
Get-
what?
Get to like 7 games back, and I'll start talking Tigers ball.
Wait. Okay. Trade some guys.
Trade some prospects. Load up.
Trade prospects. You want to go for it? You want to go for it?
Get me 7 games back, Detroit.
Chafin's been good. His ERA is worse than his actual performance. So trade him. You know what's going to happen, man?
What's that?
The Orioles are going to like do fan service and steal one of these relievers from a team that is going to be in the postseason in a trade.
Okay.
And Erod disappeared from them, yeah. Someone in the chat said that that's a weird situation.
Yeah, we talked about that last up.
Is there any developments? Just weird?
Not that I know of. I think everyone's waiting for an update.
Damn. All right. Twins and the Rangers. The Rangers win the first one with the Gray off. John Gray versus Sonny Gray. Rangers win the game 2. And then with Bundy on the bump, the Twins win game 3. Not that he was especially great in it. Arise makes the All-Star game. Buxton makes it as well. Sonny Gray has 2 rough starts. On the Rangers side, Garver, season-ending forearm surgery. And it's rumored by Heyman that they are willing to trade back for Gallo.
Set it up.
Set it up. I don't have much on these two teams. I was focused on so much on the Orioles and the Mariners.
Sure.
And the Central just needs, let's have someone win.
We like a gray off.
Yeah, I like the gray off. Bundy and Dunning.
Twins. I mean, that's the Storielli Bowl.
Dunning Bundy.
That's my Super Bowl right there.
That is. You like
Yeah.
those guys.
Who's throwing with what arm?
And the Guardians and the Royals take the bread games from the Guardians.
Guardians.
And the Guardians were on a
1-6.
little bit of heat here. Now they're not.
1-6 road trip.
Not good. But Greinke had 5 shutout innings. I wonder if people are going to call about him, want him to trade.
Already in Houston.
Yeah, he's reaching 50,000 career pitches. What? Verlander's the only other active player to reach that milestone. They asked him about it. He said, "It's pretty neat. I haven't paid attention to any of those milestones, but it sounds like a high number. The 500 starts was more interesting to me, but it's pretty cool." I'm with him. Who the fuck cares about career pitches thrown? First time I've heard it talked about.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool at the end of the day if you're the guy that's like, I have the most career pitches thrown.
Jamie Moyer doesn't?
I mean, it's got to be one of the old guys, you know.
Black and white photo?
Yeah.
Who's the... Can you research?
Like Cy Young.
You research who's got the most pitches thrown without a black and white photo?
Oh.
I'm going to have my research team, Jake, get on that for us. He'll get back to us later in the show.
Edwin Jackson threw 149 pitches in 2010. That was the most since 2005. Is that what you wanted?
Wrong.
That was right.
No, it was wrong.
That was right.
No, that's a faulty source. That's all, man. We can do the IL now. The IL is pretty interesting. BBE. You want to take us through it? Otherwise, Jake and I can go every other word.
I got it.
Okay.
The Rays and Reds faced off in Cincinnati. This one was like a bag of Swedish fish. All Reds. They go 2-1 walk-off, 5-4 walk-off before finishing off the sweep 10-5. Game 1 was a heavyweight matchup, and Castillo and McClanahan delivered. It went 1-1 into the 10th before Whistler boxed the game-winning run home. Game 2 went back and forth with the Reds scoring 3 in the bottom of the 8th to tie it up. We need 10 to get this one done too, and Senzel finishes off with a walk-off RBI single to right. Then we'll get into all the game stuff. Wander Franco, he gets hurt. That's sad. Goes on the IL. He's going to miss 6 to 8 weeks. Bad for my team in the Office Fantasy League. Kiermaier also goes on the IL. The Rays are so injured. It's really upsetting for them. Tyler Stevenson returns for the Reds. Friend of several programs around here. And Vladimir Gutierrez, who's been talked about on the show. He's having TJ. Votto sat the whole series.
Vladdy Guts. Good job by BBD. Trevor was kind enough to write a script for you. That was nice.
That was really nice.
Swedish fish was so mid.
You have a jar of Swedish fish behind you.
Yes.
All
fact. Red. Other ways you could have gone with that, you could have mixed in a Liverpool joke. You also could have done... I jumped to a little kid playing poker and misunderstanding the rules and throwing down their cards and saying all Reds.
Oh, wow.
But that's because I'm creative and not a fisherman.
Well, it is nice that he tied fish into his segment while he's out fishing.
Yeah, but those aren't like water fish.
Sure they are.
I have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to do it.
All right. Jake's going to the bathroom, so I will walk you through the Rays and Reds series. Brandon Drury had 6 hits, 4 extra base hits, and a home run. Trade that man. He make it to the All-Star game?
No, he was on pass and tweeted his 10 biggest busts list, and he was on it. Big talk in the office about Brandon Drury today because of some preseason conversations we had around here.
Who's the NL third base? I mean, that's a pretty tough position.
Third base is just a lot of good
Machado
ones.
And Arenado.
Yeah, I think
he's
they're
getting
both
Trevor
on the
Plouffe.
team. And I think, has he been playing a lot of outfield? There's just a lot of outfielders.
All right. Hey, tough shit, Drury. There's people better than you.
Having an awesome season.
Having
18
an awesome
homers.
I think he's going to get traded, too, because he's making no money.
It's
Like
too
$400,000 I think he's making. So you probably, prorated. It's probably like $180,000 if you pick him up and have to pay for him. So good job by Drury. Stevenson comes back, one of the only catchers that can really hit. Good job by him. The balk-off was incredible. I have it to make a breakdown, but I haven't started. But like, it literally looks like he asked for the signs again with his glove.
Yeah, he like the balk was called because he like half comes set again, right? Like that's
Yeah, but he's like twirling the ball in his hand, and then he like just wiggles his glove, like give me the signs again. It didn't look like I didn't really dive into it.
I think it's because he like full stopped for a second there.
Yeah,
and that I think that's
if you're
where
the
issue
ump
lies.
though, just fucking eat that.
Gotta,
Bases
gotta know the
loaded,
moment.
extra innings, a little bit of poise. Both games go extra innings. I watched some of this stuff. I was very unimpressed with Mejia's framing.
Yes,
I thought he cost his pitchers a lot of strikes. I have been watching Jose Trevino for the Yankees, who leads the league in stealing strikes, and it's the only time I've been like visually able to tell what framing
he got that one.
Yeah, like that was a framed strike. Like he tricked the old man, and Mejia was not tricking that old man. Nicer guy than Trevino, I guess.
Honest.
No, it wasn't a strike. Don't worry, Bill. But it was. That's the thing. So maybe he was lying.
Could have been.
I feel terrible for the Rays. They're dealing with so many injuries, and they lose Wander and Kiermaier. They got so many people on the injured list already. Nice to see Castillo have a good start because I want him to get traded. McClanahan, a good start because I like that he's in Cy Young contention, so I want someone to go pole to pole. And that's the Rays-Reds. We will be taking no more thoughts on the matter.
None.
No more thoughts.
Nick Lodolo.
Fun name, huh?
Yeah, and he might be good.
They got a lot of young pitchers. Hunter Green did another thing where he threw a lot of fastballs fast.
Hard.
Is his fastball still getting lit up? Because that's my thing. I said that the first time he pitched, and people were mad at me, and they're like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, fastball's not good. If, like, who cares about fastball velocity if that's the only thing you got? And then last time I checked the standings on him, his fastball was getting lit up.
I hopped out of the room for a second. I don't know if you saw that. Did you tell the people that you said the Rays are dead?
I didn't say the Rays are dead.
That's what, right before the show, you were screaming.
Nope, that's not something I said.
Oh, you said Ray is dead.
My grandma's boyfriend who died?
No. Well, yeah, apparently.
He did die.
Yeah.
His name was Saul, actually.
Went by Ray?
Went by Ray because his stepdad was anti-Semitic, made him change his name. Tough life. Good guy at heart. A little standoffish, a lot of tattoos, motorcycle guy. Proposed to my grandma twice. She said no both times. Yeah, 644 slugging off Hunter Green's fastball.
Not great.
Not good. 301 batting average. So here's my thing.
None of that information. None of the recent information was
All
great.
facts.
That's fine.
Not a single lie told.
Who said you lied?
They came to visit us in Australia.
Okay.
They swam in the Great Barrier Reef, scuba dived together. He proposed on our back porch in front of the family. She said no. Stayed together. He loved her. Stop tweeting me about Hunter Green's fastball if it's a bad pitch. That's my request. Until the results are good, we can't be like, he threw 20 pitches over 100 miles per hour, the most ever. It's like, well, his fastball's getting rocked. 615 expected slugging, 644 slugging. 290 expected batting average, 301 batting average. So I'm a little out on that.
Yeah, it's cool he's throwing so hard, but outs are also cool.
Yeah.
A little old school. Reds fans. Sup. Are you guys enjoying Reds baseball? Because I mean, it's been better than the start of the year, and there's a lot of young guys
Is Mitch here? We got a
Hunter
Reds fan in
Green,
the office.
Lodolo. I don't know.
Ashcraft.
Luis Castillo's been good. Remember when they started the year 3-22?
The Reds.
Yeah.
What have they been since then?
Let's see. They are now 32-54. So -3 is 29. 54 minus 22 is 32. 29 and 32. They've been 500 team.
A little under. Alex Laughlin, always Laughlin.
Okay.
He should change his username to always Laughlin. Is not enjoying Reds baseball, he says.
Okay.
Not enjoying it.
Brandon Drury.
Not an all-star.
Luis Castillo is.
He's good.
Yeah, might have screwed him because they need one red, and Castillo took their spot.
Let's get Luis Castillo on a contender.
Oh, wow. Luis Castillo comes to the Bronx this week. Comes in red, leaves in pinstripes.
They finally do that ceremonial trade thing you've been talking about.
On the mound.
Sears is on the roster, right?
Like It's like Castillo and Gallo walk out to home plate together and then just undress
Jersey swap.
and then put on each other's uniform. You think the Yankees will get better for Gallo? Ugh. Someone in our comments.
Anything else?
Nah, that's all. We can go to the second half of the show.
Jim, the second half of the show, some individual stuff. Ooh. Know what's individual? Coffee.
Coffins?
Coffee.
Oh.
Everyone takes their coffee different. Jim, how do you take your coffee?
Alone.
All right. That's good. That was a good one. Trade coffee, Jim. It's trade season.
Yeah.
Some people are saying, all right, I'm going to do this full. I'm in the ad read room coming up for this. Well, guess what, everybody? It's trade season in more ways than one. Because with trade coffee, you might not be losing your favorite player, but you will be getting your favorite cup of Joe. We're not trading Jimmys and Joes. We're making cups of Joes at Trade Coffee.
Cup of Joe.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
They have 450 different kinds of live and ready-to-ship coffee every day. There's not a perfect cup of coffee for everyone. We got a bunch of people in the office. I can't just give everyone the same cup of coffee. I could. They wouldn't like it, though. But with Trade Coffee, what they do is they pair you up with the right coffee for you. You answer a couple of questions, and you'll get your own personalized variety of coffees delivered fresh to you as often as you'd like. No gimmicks. They're not always joking like me.
Always Laughlin.
They're just trying to get you some good coffee. They've delivered over 5 million bags. What have you done? I've delivered like 4 bags of coffee in my life.
One time I delivered this realtor flyer from my buddy who's a realtor door to door in like 5 neighborhoods.
Max?
Yeah, it wasn't worth it.
Right now, Trade is offering new subscribers a total of $30 off your first order plus free shipping. That's more than 40 cups of coffee for free. Get started by taking their quiz at drinktrade.com/baseball and let Trade find you a coffee you'll love. That's drinktrade.com/baseball for $30 off.
Should say he paid me well. It's just like I don't think you can pay me to walk anymore. It's like this sucks.
Okay.
Walking all that time.
I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa.
You have a standout performer?
I do, Jim. And I'm going to go to the world of music for this one.
Okay.
I am going to the rhythmic stylings of Carlos Santana. James, there was a trade. Trade alert. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. The Braves got a bunch of draft picks for a prospect.
Carlos Santana was traded by the Royals with cash to the Mariners for William Fleming and Wyatt Mills. Early settler name. So that's actually both of them. William Fleming and Wyatt Mills.
Wyatt Mills, way more.
Carlos Santana has come over for Seattle in 12 games, 282, 404, a 943 OPS. Royals fans are having flashbacks to Soler. Hey, why didn't you just play good for our team? And maybe things could have been different. And Jimmy, he hits 2 home runs against Toronto, 3 RBI. They win that game 6-5. He has the 2-run homer to take the lead in the 8th inning. Like you said, well-respected guy throughout baseball and now in the Mariners clubhouse. And, since joining the team, he's been balling out. So Carlos Santana been a part of this. He's 8-1 as a member of the Mariners.
That's good. Wait. But they're 10-1 since he came. So even just being on the bench.
Right. Present.
Yeah. Because he's always like giving good advice and stuff. Good vibes. Good standout.
Excuse me. They're 11-1 since he's been in Seattle.
You're excused.
Thank you.
My standout
Yes.
is going to a guy who struck out his season high 12 men.
Possible.
Pitched 9 innings. Only gave up 3 hits and 1 earned run. Carlos Rodon.
Yeah.
Put him in the All-Star game, you know?
Yeah. Seriously, though. Couple Carloses.
Yeah, it's Carlos up. His first complete game of the season, I believe. And guess what the first batter did? A 6-pitch walk. And you're watching it and you're going, well, at this pace, we'll never get out of this game. Rodon's toast. Never fear. Ground out, strikeout, fly ball. The next inning, first batter, single, second batter, single. Oh, my God. Rodon doesn't have it today. Strikeout, another single. Oh, no. The bases are loaded. Fielder's choice. The run scores. Ground ball double play. He's out of it. And then after that, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Game over. Should have scored when you had the bases loaded and no outs. Dummies. Here's 1 out. There's 1 out. That's what I never got. Why didn't they just score when they had the bases loaded?
Carlos Rodon. If he hits 110 innings pitched this year, he has an opt-out in his contract if he wants it. He's currently at 100 innings. So he needs 10 more.
I think he'll get it.
I could see him passing that threshold.
My brother's calling me.
What do you think he wants?
I don't know. It's like we do the show same day.
Right.
Time. He works here. He knows.
Pick up. Shame him real quick.
Hey, what's up? You're live on Talkin Baseball. Were you impressed with Carlos Rodon's start?
Yes, it's super impressive.
Okay. And who's your standout
Should have been an
performer?
all-star.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Deep knowledge. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
Why were you? Is that why you were
Thanks for having
calling?
Jake wants to know why you were calling.
Secret warehouse initiatives. Questions.
Wow. Cool.
Oh,
All right. Well, we'll get to those later.
I'll let you know when we're recording another show, and then you can call us then.
Wow.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Hey, Luke. Fuck, I was going to ask him about Ray. Secret warehouse, probably the mini golf tournament we're hosting. Next up, I'm not hooked up to the board, BBD, so can you hit Slump Watch? AJ Pollock was on. You guys skipped it last step?
Yeah,
Well, are we done with it?
like half.
Not into it anymore?
Just showing guys that are slumping. I know there's a motivational thing to it, but a lot of other stuff we're covering on the show.
Do the audience like it? Because I can scrap it easily.
You'd have to ask the audience.
All right. If you listen to the podcast, go to YouTube, leave a comment. We'll see if people like it or don't like it. What about
Sound
in Fuego?
Sound off. I kind of like in Fuego.
Dirt nasties on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
Corey Seager, Chris Bryant, hot. 6 hits, 3 homers each.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't know Corey Seager was doing that.
Well, him and Simeon both had good series for the Rangers. Matt Carpenter, 7 for 14 with 2 homers, played left field for the first time in 10 years. Juan Soto, you heard all about him, 5 for 10 with 2 homers. Jake talked about it. Aaron Hicks, 5 for 13, 2 homers, a triple, a double. So he hit for the cycle. 4 walks for Hicksy. Austin Riley, 6 for 14 with 2 bombs and a double. Ryan Jeffers, not into that name, being honest with you.
Yeah, I know you aren't.
5 for 8. Me and Boots, 2 homers. Gavin Sheets, I like that name. 5 for 10, 2 homers. Tony La Russa said the minor league hitting coach did a great job with him. Sent him down, came back up. He's hot.
Good job, minor league hitting coach. Matt Carpenter.
That dress.
He's been really good. Corey Seager. Weird year, man. The stats still don't line up.
Okay.
He's got a 120 OPS plus, 245, 317, a 773 OPS.
Okay.
Javier does that, yes.
What's your award, man?
Jim, awards are brought to you by DraftKings.
DraftKings. They don't come in a jar.
Especially.
Actually.
Cover that for NL recap. We're going to be in LA.
Oh, the All-Star Game VIP party?
You already did? He already did DraftKings read?
Yeah, at the 4-minute 20-second mark.
To start?
Yeah.
Egg on Jake's face.
SeatGeek? Trade coffee? We're going to the All-Star Game. If you don't know, now you know. And we're doing a VIP party. Limited tickets. We only did 100 tickets. If you want to come through, I think we've sold more than half of them already. We're going to have our whole squad there. Name some of the people, Jim.
Kelsey.
Yes.
Pita.
Yes.
Blev's coming?
Blev's coming.
Chris Rose?
Chris Rose will be there.
Trader Joe's?
Trader Joe's will be there.
Connor Joe?
Connor Joe
Can't
probably
promise
not
that.
there. Trevor Floof, the fisherman.
And I'll be doing a Swedish accent. Jolly. We got ice.
Jake will be there.
The last in Denver, I don't know if the vibes will be the same. It's kind of up to everyone else. I don't know if there's an alley. Although there is. Does the bar allow the alley? Because we kind of chose that bar for the alley.
An alley. Chose it for a few reasons.
Well, yeah, but my reason was the alley. One, we got to bring Blitz. Because last All-Star game, we were just in the alley outside the bar pitching to people in blitzball, and that was so much fun.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of Bino. I think they're a big part of this. We're going to be having fun. And the All-Star game will be on. So we're doing the VIP thing beforehand. If you want to come to that, buy a ticket. If you can't, we'll see you after and during the game. And we're just hanging out. It's a really good time. It's good seeing a lot of the people that let us do what we do. So if you're in the area, come through. Check out the link in the description. And we're going to have a bunch of giveaways and all that jazz. All that jazz.
So you have an award, correct?
I do.
And you're going to, give it out?
I'm giving out the Sister Award.
Tia and Tamara?
Yeah?
Sister. Twins.
All-time show.
They're twins.
Sister, the nanny, everything else for me.
Yeah. I love it.
Go on.
When we sleep in hotel rooms together,
Right.
we watch The Nanny.
Right.
And it wasn't on in the hotel room in Boston. Yeah. And I flipped through the channels for 2 hours straight, constant flipping, because where was The Nanny? And it wasn't on, so I'm a little still upset about that. This is going to just the Twins. Taylor and Tyler Rogers playing catch for their first time on an MLB field.
You're all around it. I just want to remember the TV show Sister, because it's all time. And Jim, we have on the National League, brother. The Contrerases will be starting. Wilson and William will be starting for the National League in the All-Star game. Wilson behind the dish. William will be DHing and replacing Bryce Harper. They're the first set of brothers to start in the All-Star game since the Alomar Bros, I believe in 93. Last set of brothers to be in the All-Star game since Aaron and Brett Boone. Might be familiar with them. And, yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it was 98 with the Alomars, excuse me. But, or no, I had it right the first time. God, years!
Sometimes it's difficult being you.
Don't even know. But it's all, these guys are brothers. They're starting in the All-Star game together. That's pretty nuts. So, and I don't know. I mean, I think for a couple years, we've thought of Wilson as just a potential trade candidate. Like, that's kind of all he's been for the last 3 seasons in a lot of baseball people's heads. And he still will be for the next couple weeks. He's going to be an interesting one. But shout out to Baby Bro, who's been killing it for the Braves. We talked about him a little bit in Trevor's award last episode. But, I mean, he's been raking this year. He's got a 924 OPS in 43 games. So, Contreras Bros.
Good job. Is there a third?
I can look it up.
They should get on that. Challenge the Molina Bros.
Contreras Brothers. See what else I can find.
Yeah, let me know if there's a third.
Okay. What's your award?
It looks like there's one older than Wilson.
It's like a Manning's brother thing.
Wilmer, Wilson, and William.
Awesome.
That is awesome. Man, I wish that he was a baseball player. I'm giving out the discipline on that young guy award.
Whoa. The discipline on that young guy award.
Yep.
Do I have it right?
Yeah, you actually nailed it.
Juan Soto.
Wrong, and
So you don't think Juan Soto has good discipline?
of course I do.
Okay, so it's not wrong.
I also think that Dylan Cease is an all-star. He's not there yet.
Oh.
Goes to Joey Gallo. The least amount of outside of the zone swing percentage of any batter who had 10 plate appearances over the course of the weekend. A 9.1% swing rate at pitches outside of the zone. Does that sound good? Want to trade for it? He's got discipline. Best in the whole league this weekend. If that interests you, call Brian and let him know you can have that on your team tomorrow.
Did not see that coming.
Why not?
I didn't see it coming.
The worst discipline this weekend?
Who had bad discipline this weekend?
Joey Wendell.
Oh, he's
67% of the pitches outside the zone he swung at. Made contact with 84% of that 67%. So maybe it wasn't that bad. Yeah, maybe not bad. Ed Struda said that this was tampering.
The Joeys to end it.
Yeah.
Oh. Saw it lining up.
I shot it up there, though. That's the show. Who's our best friend of the week?
Trevor Williams, 7 shut, 7 Ks, 2 hits, no walks. First time he's been best friend this season.
Really?
Really?
Happy for him. Good job.
Big week for a lot of friends. Him, Gibby, Taiwan Walker, and Odo all had 7 innings of shutout work.
Wow.
Way to go, us.
Good performances.
No walks, I think, put him over.
Okay, MLB teams are on the wheel, and I'm going to spin it. And if you get in an elevator with a man wearing this hat, or a woman, or a child, or an animal, The Oakland Athletics.
Ooh.
Here's some scuttlebutt. The owner of the Warriors
Yeah.
has been offered or considering buying the team or something like that.
Standing offer from Joe Lacob.
As a standing offer to buy the A's from John Fisher. What does that mean? They got drunk at a bar and he was like, you can buy them whenever you want, man.
I'm a rich man and I will buy your team.
You make an offer, I'll consider it. Sounds like a John Heyman report.
I think Lacob would have to give that offer.
What do you mean?
Talk about Paul Blackburn, who's making the All-Star game.
He's an all-star. His numbers are far better home. His away numbers are far better than home numbers. Wow, he doesn't like the foul territory, nor the Cats. Him and Gonsolin won't get along. 1.28 ERA and 10 starts on the road. He is the A's representative, and they traded Christian Bethancourt to the Rays. And guy in our office, Hoodie Glaber, is convinced the Yankees are trading for Ramon Laureano.
3 starting pitchers. Montes, Blackburn, and Irvin having nice years. That's A's baseball.
Jake sucks.